Hello, welcome. Thank you, everybody. We are gonna go ahead and get started right now. So, just to quickly introduce myself, my name is Geronimo Parra. I am an outreach counselor here at Cal State East Bay, and I'm so excited to be here. Joining us are some of my students, ambassadors that are part of the College of Science. So, this is a very big umbrella college since there's so many disciplines here and you'll hopefully be able to hear from what their experiences have been like throughout their few short years or longer here at Cal State East Bay. I also, like I've mentioned, was an alumni not only from the university but within the field of biology and Spanish. So I am part of the College of Science. And enough talking from me. I'll go ahead and let our panelists go ahead and introduce themselves. Krishan, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself for
I
us?
got it. So, hi, my name is Christian. I'm from India. I'm an international student pursuing my bachelor's in computer science. I'm in my second year right now. Personally, the reason why I choose this university is the diversity, and you should also choose this university. You will see students from Korea, China, Japan. As I mentioned, I'm from India. India is very diverse country, so I need the same environment here also, and I got it. The second reason why I'm here, and you should, is the opportunities. This university provides you a lot of opportunities. Like as a computer science major, so I need jobs like off campus, on campus, and this university actually builds you in that. They will help you getting your resume ready. They will help you getting like jobs off campus, on campus, and it's really helpful. Yeah, that's it for myself.
Hi everyone, my name is Angelina. I'm a third year here at Cal State East Bay. I'm also student ambassador at Perry's Nest, and I'm a psychology major, which is part of the College of Science. Um, that's a debatable question. And also my focus is in ergonomics and human factor, which is pretty cool. And again, I am a third year here, so next year I am going to graduate, which is a very exciting time of my life. And I chose Cal State East Base because of the many opportunities I got here. And also my high school counselor was an alumni here, so I just went for her footsteps.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Angelina and Krishan. And then I don't mean to intrude on one of our audience members, but one of our audience members happens to be part of our College of Science leadership. If I could get that special dean to go ahead and see if she could just say a quick hello for us before we begin.
Of course. Welcome, everybody, and thank you. And I know this is about the students right now, so I don't want to take too much time and space, but I'm here to support you all. And I just want to thank you so much for showing up and taking the time to do this. Really appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Dean. Carmen Bustos-Works, everybody. An amazing, insightful person and someone that you'll hopefully be seeing in the hallways. You'll always see her. I always see her walking by, unfortunately after lunchtime. So, but you'll see her most definitely around the College of Science buildings. So let's go ahead and get started with our first of many questions today. We'll definitely leave some space at the end to go ahead and answer some of the questions you, our audience members, may have later on in the evening. So, the first question for our panelists, what made you decide to pursue your major?
Personally, I choose computer science because I was always been interested in how technology works behind the scenes. Over the time, I learned coding, like I learned languages like C++, Python, Java, that actually help me like building applications, building my thinking, that whatever I think, I can create it on my own. And I can also post that so other people can use that too. It's like you be making your imagination into real life that can be usable. That's why I choose this major.
I chose my major for psychology is because my high school counselor wanted me to pursue her position after college. So it was a great opportunity. And also, she's helped me a lot as my high school counselor. And I want to be able to give back to the community. I know she's given back to the community. She's helped me when I was in high school to transition into college. I'm still in connections with her, so I'm just really following her legacy and her footsteps.
Awesome, thank you. And Angelina, you'd be an amazing counselor, might I add. Let's go ahead on with our next question. For both of our panelists, which classes have you enjoyed the most so far, and why is that?
Okay, so the class, personally, I enjoy my Python class more because it was my first language and it was so easy also at the same time. So it wasn't very hard for me to get the whole thing, like whole structure and how to actually develop a whole program and whole application using just one language. It was so interesting. Apart from that, I do learn web development. I enjoyed that class because I was able to create a whole website, like whatever I imagine I can create on it, and I can learn how it works, how to make a whole switch, how to make a whole headline that looks very beautiful. And this is actually the thing that I really enjoy in my courses. Yeah.
Um, Thank you, Krishan, for sharing that. One of the classes that I enjoyed the most so far is definitely social psychology. I would say it's not just like an easy class, but also the observance of like your social outings. Like I could apply that to my everyday life. Dr. Miranda is a very great professor for that. He's definitely shown us how social psychology really works in real life. And I enjoyed his class because at the end of the semester, it was we had to donate to a different company using our social applying our social psychology into the outside world, which is really cool.
Awesome. Thank you so much, everybody. My next question, kind of what some of you have been briefly touching on. How have your experiences with the faculty in your department been? And are your faculty and professors easy to reach outside of going the classroom? And can you share how that's been a supportive environment for you?
I mean, overall, professors are really being approachable. And if you put in the efforts like to reach out, they have like office hours before, like after the classes. Like if you're not able to get the whole like concept of the class, you can go to their office hours. They have like separate departments in their buildings. You guys can reach out to them and they will explain you every single thing. And we do on like if you ask for the faculty, we do offer like most like a lot of resources on campus. We have like a STEM lab. If you're a STEM major, you should go there, and they will like professors, they will like students who got A in this subject, and they will help you like learning about your assignments, learning about your problem. If you ask my experience in my first semester, I was taking a math class, and like I'm from India, so India is like math is so good for us. I mean, I was so good, and my professor told me you should go there. We have to complete like eight goals, eight problems. Problems are so simple, but she told me you should go there. And I went there, and she explained me every single thing. She explained me every single thing from step by step, that how we reach to this formula and how we gonna use it. Because in India they provide us just one formula, just copy paste that and you will get the answer. But here my professor, she teach me how to get into that, how we using this formula, why we using this formula actually. So yeah, the professors are so approachable, they're so helpful here, they have office hours. That's a good thing. Yeah.
In my experience with professors and faculties, they're very understanding. They understand that you are a student and you are a person as well. So just being able to connect with them, a lot of my professors was able to answer me very fast, which is really, really good just because it's like it's for one, my convenience, and also just in case of emergencies, they are very understanding of that. And they also understand that you are an adult and are a working student as well. So I think that so far my professors are really nice to me. In terms of faculty, the department for psychology, I one today was my enrollment for classes. And I this is a great example because I was panicking. And one of the things about college is that you need to understand to enroll for your classes. And if it's full, you can't really like you have to wait list. And one of the classes only offers in fall, and I graduate next year. So I talked to my department for psychology, and they were really helpful today, and they were able to add the class. So I'm grateful for that. So that's why I think they're pretty amazing here.
Thank you so much. And as an alumni, I would like to give a personal shout out for my, I call her my biology mom, Dr. Ana Almeida, Department Chair of Biology, because adding on to the experiences of our ambassadors, uh, I was able to reach out to her constantly throughout all of my time at East Bay to the point I would text her on WhatsApp, which is kind of unique to say. You don't get to do that at just any other university. So, shout out and grace to her and the biology department. For our panelists, our next question, are you involved excuse me, are you involved in anything outside of the classroom? This could be clubs, research opportunities, internships that connects you to your major or connects you to the main campus. And how has that helped you in your time at East Bay?
If you ask me, like rather than my studies, I'm a student ambassador. I'm working for the Paris Nest. What we do, we help student in journal questions. We help them in their application. We also give them tools. That's the only thing I'm doing right now. As I say, I'm a computer science major, so my most of the time is like in doing coding, learning about my classes, learning about new languages. So still, if I'm able to do this job, it's also helpful for me because it's not like purely technical job, but it's actually helping me like developing my communication skills, as English is not my first language. So it was so hard for me in the first semester to communicate. But when I got this job, I'm communicating with a lot of people, a lot of families, a lot of students, and a lot of new people. It actually helped me learning a new language at the same time. And also, it also helped me in soft skills like communication, I said, then problem solving. That's important thing right now. If you want a good job, you have to have these two skills, like communication skill and problem solving skill. And this job actually helped me in that. Yeah, thank you.
I don't have an internship or anything right now, but when I did have an internship for a doctor last semester, I was able to gain the experience of research, and it was really good because I needed to understand what I want to do in the future, whether I wanted to do it based on research as well as a side of being a counselor. Um Also with Perry's Nest as well and RHA, I'm also part of Residence Hall Association and Housing as a VP of Event Management. One of the things that I do need to understand with my major is also the social aspect of it. So being a counselor in the future at Perry's Nest as well is to give us experience on helping our peers. So Perry's Nest definitely give me experience of with pre-admission, like scheduling pre-admission counselor, finding resources for our students, and also for the RHA as well, giving the general aspect of resources that we have. I think that would apply greatly to my major and greatly for my work experience in the future, just because that's how I am going to be as a counselor is to provide resources for my students.
Thank you so much. And both of them mentioned Perry's Nest, an amazing resource. We'll give the contact information too. And then maybe if you ever call, email us, text us, it might be Angelina or Krishan responding to you in the future. Thank you both. My next question, what is something that surprised you about studying your specialized majors?
I mean, if you ask me, it's actually collaboration. In my major, collaboration is most important thing. You need a good team to run a whole thing in simple terms. Because in the computer science thing, we have to make like projects, and a single person can't do that. You need a whole team for that to run a project, to run a whole application. And this major and this thing actually surprised me because I was thinking that when I came here, I was like, I have to do just coding, and coding is the only thing. With coding, I can do like I can make an app, I can make a website, and I can run it on my own. When I tried to do it, it was so difficult. I was like, nah, I can't do that. Then I got to know, what if I should involve other peoples in that project? I can ask my friends too. And I did that. It was so valuable for me. It didn't teach me about collaboration only. It teach me about teamwork, the how a team involves, how to communicate with them, how to learn problem solving with them. Yeah, that's it for myself. Thank you.
I genuinely, with my major, I thought it was gonna be more like a lot of writing based, a lot of just constant research, stress and stuff. It was just what surprised me the most is definitely how much fun classes can be if you make it to be fun. I mean, to be honest with you, so far, like I thought the upper divisions would be like my worst nightmare. But actually, I'm having the time of my life with the cognitive psychology. I'm having the time of my life with learning and conditioning because I actually get to experiment into the programs. Like, if I don't know if a lot of people know about this program, but it's called Cyber Rat, where we have to test rats virtually and condition them. And I think it's pretty fun. That's what surprised me because I thought it was gonna be a little too hard for me to even have fun. But I did. I have fun. And I actually created friends through my upper division majors.
Thank you so much. I didn't know about the cyber rap program either, Angelina. But my penultimate question, if a student needs help in a class, what would you suggest that they do?
I mean, office hours are the best option they can go for. I mean, if they're not able to attend the class, like they missed the class for some reason, they should go, they should approach a professor or the professor in their office hours. But there's a second option too for them. We have like tutoring resources on campus. We have SCAR, that Student Center for Academic Achievement. They have students working there, but the students are really, really intelligent. They got A in their courses. Personally, I used that in my first semester. I mentioned English is not my first language, so I have to take some English classes and I have to write like a long essays, like three long essays. And I was like, how should I do it? I don't know how to do it. English is not my first language. Then one of my friends told me that you should go there, and I went there. They helped me writing a whole essay. They helped me how to structure an essay, how to outline every single thing. And you know what? This thing actually helped me getting A in my class. It's actually helpful, but they don't have STEM majors. For STEM majors, we have different thing. We have STEM lab. If you're a STEM major, you should go there. They do the same thing. They help students in assignments, in their work, in their projects too. Yeah, you can go for that option also. Thank you.
For my part, definitely what Krishan had said, I definitely agree. Know your resources with your education, like the SCA, which is the Student Center for Academic Achievement, and then the STEM Lab for mathematics, just in case you need tutoring or help with writing. But one of the things that I definitely do that is a little different is to socialize with your professors and also to socialize with your peers who are in your class, just because one, they're going to help you when you can't make it to class. They're like, oh, what is there in class? They're going to study with you. I have friends that I study with, so that we actually do struggle together. So it's just building your whole community in order for you to actually learn and to grow as a student here. So if you need help and if you need to ask for help, you always have your peers behind you because you guys are working together.
Thank you so much. And my last question for our panelists this evening before we let the audience take the floor. Looking back throughout your journeys, however long you've been in your journeys here at Cal State East Bay, what's one piece of advice that you'd give new students or something that you wish you knew before beginning your courses?
If you ask me, you should be consistent. Learn how to be consistent. Don't fall behind. Because in the coding classes, especially, because practice is so important in that. You have to be consistent with the coding. You have to learn every single thing. You have to practice it. So it be so useful for you when you start the course. If you ask me, like I started my coding journey a year before I start my college. I learned Python language, I learned web development at my home, and it actually helped me getting A in my courses at the end. So yeah, you guys can go for that and don't be afraid of it. I know it's a lot of struggle, so hard work, but when you try to learn it, it makes so easy. It feels so easy and you will grab it so easily. Yeah, that's my advice for you all. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing that. That was great. So one of the advice that I would give you is that definitely get involved on campus. I got a lot through campus, like being in RHA and being at Perry's Nest. Definitely learning what there is on campus. Um, because through Perry's Nest and through RHA, I definitely know more resources now. And also volunteer yourself to do something in order to get a role, in order to get an internship, because that's how you get far, is to show that you're showing up for you and you're showing up for the community. So definitely getting involved.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And virtual applause to both of our panelists for providing a lot of good, great insight. And trust me, as a student from years ago, I wish I had these types of resources available. So, that is an amazing thing. Thank you so much. If we don't have any questions at the moment, I'd like to go ahead and actually share my screen briefly and show you one more thing for our admitted students in the group. Here we go. So, Admitted Student Day is coming up in a few short weeks on Saturday, April 25th. So, for our students here that are admitted or even really heavily considering between us as the school of choice for you, you'll be able to go ahead, get a campus tour. You'll be able to go meet your ambassadors, such as Angeline Krishan helping with tours. You'll be able to meet with your advisors for my transfer students. You'll be able to meet some of our faculty and support staff. I believe maybe our dean might be there in attendance on Admitted Student Day potentially. Oh, I see a nod.
I will
Yes.
definitely be there. And
Awesome.
we're gonna have uh Geronimo, what are they called? Flash classes.
Oh, yes, you're right. We do have flash classes. I believe for the College of Science we have math and we also have
Your
one more
favorite?
biology. Yes,
That's
with Dr.
right.
Wong for
Yes,
microbiology.
yes.
So you'll be able to see that. It almost slipped my mind. Thank you, Dean. Um, and then we'll also have other opportunities, housing if that's something an option. We'll have food for the family. So bring mom, dad, family, relatives, and all your supporters. So you'll be able to see and experience all that Cal State East Bay has to offer for you and your future. So with that, there is a QR code for those wishing to RSVP. And once again, that will be Saturday, April 25th. It will be at 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. So definitely make the most of your education, a good beginning investment towards your higher educational goals. But with that, I will go ahead. If we don't have any other questions lingering, feel free to let you go ahead and commence your evening. We'd like to thank you so much for attending our presentation, our panel. Hopefully, our student panelists, who did amazing, by the way, gave you some extra information and insight of what it's like to be a student here at Cal State East Bay. But with that, we'll stick
Um,
around. But
Geronimo, can I
thank
just
you.
thank
Oh,
the
yes.
student
Yes.
panelists too? Your stories were really amazing, and I just so appreciate you showing up and sharing those stories. I think it's a testament to the great job that the faculty are doing. And Helena, since you had mentioned um, Dr. Miranda, he did just win the Excellence in Teaching Award.
Yes.
Um, we have some amazing faculty and amazing students and a beautiful campus. So I just can't say enough about it. And I think when you're choosing your college, it's like choosing a new car, right? You're going to get into a bunch of different things and you're going to find a really good fit for you. You can't go wrong with the CSU. The CSU as a whole has an excellent product. We basically have many similarities between the 22 campuses, but I think finding that right fit for you at that right campus, and if you want to live in the Bay Area and have the opportunities in the Bay Area, East Bay is an excellent choice.
Right on. And what are the odds that you get to go hear from the dean of the college that you're potentially going to be joining? So trust me, I was scared of my friends saying they've never heard of their dean's name, and here we are. She just said my name 3 times. I'm still having that celebrity moment. So it's amazing that you get that accessibility, that one-on-one support too. So with that, we'll stick around, but if not, feel free to log off and enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you so much.